Our next shuffle is a 50% cutting of the cards, and it leads to a very curious shuffle diagram, as you can see on the right hand side of the top row. So let's go ahead and demonstrate this. So we begin with our packet of 8 clearly marked cards. So a 50% cut is where you just move the top 4 cards without rearranging their order. You move the top 4 cards to the bottom. That is a 50% cutting of the cards. Well, what's the new ordering of the cards? Well, you can probably anticipate what it is, but let's go ahead and just set it out so we can clearly see. And writing this permutation in Cauchy's 2-line notation would look like this, where the second row consists of 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cauchy's 2-line notation can be rewritten or converted to cycle notation as follows. 1 goes to 5, so there's an arrow from 1 to 5. 5 goes to 1, so it wraps around. So we get a 2-cycle, also called a transposition. So 1 and 5 just switch places. What about 2? 2 goes to 6, so we have an arrow from 2 to 6. And then 6 goes back to 2. So we have a second transposition, or 2-cycle. 3. 3 goes to 7, so we have an arrow from 3 to 7. And 7 goes back to 3, so we have a 2-cycle, or transposition. And finally, 4 goes to 8, and 8 goes to 4. So we have a 4th transposition. Color coding the cycle notation of our permutation, we obtain the following. And we can readily see that inversion has occurred. So black 1 goes to red 5, which wraps around to black 1. Red 2 goes to black 6, which goes to red 2. Red 3 goes to black 7, which gets assigned to red 3. Black 4 goes to red 8, which gets assigned to black 4. So we have the following. Each value gets sent to a value of the opposite color. And we know when that happens, inversion has occurred. And you can probably, in your mind's eye, picture what's going to happen with our quintessential Bessey sequence 10010110 when we perform a 50% cutting of the cards. Because if we just push off the top 4 cards without rearranging their order relative to each other and just move that little block of 4 cards to the bottom, we will get an inversion of the original Bessey sequence. We will now get the sequence 0110 followed by 1001. And taking a look at the Bessey shuffle diagram for a 50% cut, we get this rather fun wheel looking diagram where there will be a double arrow between 1 and 5, so 1 and 5, a double arrow between 2 and 6, 2 and 6, and then a double arrow between 3 and 7, and also one between 4 and 8. And then we've indicated here that inversion has indeed occurred.